we went from 6 carbons to 6 carbons, and we attached 2 phosphates.
Okay.
Because we inputted 2 ATP, which made 2 ADP.
So it's glucose 6-phosphate.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, next one. Keep going.
Okay, step 2.
That's step 1.
What do we call that?
Sugar cleavage?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Where in the world are these names coming from?
Sugar cleavage.
Oh,
What does the cleave mean? To break?
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to break that in half.
Mm-hmm.
That's the entire step.
What's the phosphate with the carbon called again? Glucose.
Diphosphate?
Was it diphosphate?
What'd you call it?
Which one?
You won't need to know the exact names.
Okay.
For
Did I
these.
see that? Oh, I said glucose 6-phosphate.
6-phosphate, that's what it
Because
was.
there's 6.
Glucose 6-phosphate?
Yeah, that's what it says right here.
That's what it says in the little
In the
thing there
modules?
too, right here.
I
Says
know it's
glucose
because-
6-phosphate.
Okay, glucose 6-phosphate. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's the little dashes after the 6. So
Mhm.
glucose 6 and then phosphate.
phosphate.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that. Sugar cleavage, we're just breaking it into 2.
Break it in 2.
Okay?
Break in 2.
So now we're going to have phosphate, carbon, 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 and then over here, carbon, 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 phosphate.
Carbon, carbon, carbon,
Right? We have 2 of them.
carbon, 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 phosphate.
Perfect.
And this would be fructose 6-phosphate.
Good. Okay, step 3. What do we call that one?
I don't know. You know those crazy ones. NAD production.
Perfect.
Beat me to the punch.
Let's take a while, guys. Leave that there.
Okay, so now do you realize that we're going to be doing the same things to each of these? So I'm just going to draw out what we're doing to one of them, and then we can times everything by 2 because we're doing the same thing to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
No. So you're gonna.
So we're just going to follow this guy down, but at the end we'll times everything by 2
Because it's happening twice.
because we're doing it to this one and to this one.
So what are we doing?
So if something's 2 over here, then there's another 2 there, and so that equals 4. If that makes sense. Well, probably not.
Okay,
Let's draw
forget
that.
this.
Let's draw that.
Forget that for now. Okay. What are we going to do here? We're going to have NADH production, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that? We're going to input what we call NAD.
What exactly is NAD again?
Well, NADH is going to be our electron transporter.
Don't mind adenine.
This is kind of going to be our inactive form in the cytosol.
That's the
Glycolysis is all happening in the cytosol. Okay?
These all happen inside the cytosol.
Correct. So when we input NAD, we're going to change that to NADH2.
So I can understand why NADH is there.
And when we do that, we're going to add,
Phosphate.
correct, another phosphate to this side. And that happens for both of them, right?
Is that because you use ATP to do that?
Nope, no ATP is being used.
So where's the other phosphate come from?
So this is glyc.
I'm not exactly sure, but right here you're going to have your hydrogen, so that's where your hydrogens are coming from.
Yeah.
As far as your phosphate, just because of the way the reaction's done, you're going to be able to put phosphate. But you're not inputting any more ATP. You only are going to input 2 at the beginning.
Okay.
So this would be glycerolide 3-phosphate.
Mm-hmm. So what's happening over here?
The
Same thing, right? So what are we inputting?
Here I'm putting NADH2, NAD, and you have NADH2. That 2 means there's 2 hydrogens, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's going to help when you have that lactic acid. If you have a lactic acid to take it back to pyruvate acid.
Kind of. You'll like be
Reversing it? Allowing it to
not
reverse.
necessarily, because we don't have any pyruvates yet.
Well, I mean, just in the way.
But when we go pyruvate, if we don't have oxygen, we're going to go lactic acid. It's that face. Then we're just going to go back to pyruvate. We're not going to go through any more glycolysis, though. We'll just go to the end of glycolysis and then to acetyl-CoA. Okay? So we have 2 of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Yes. And step 4 is kind of our payout phase. This is what we get total payout phase is going to be called.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't look at my board.
Okay, that's what it is.
What is it?
ATP and pyruvate acid production.
Awesome. ATP and pyruvate production.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we do that?
Let's try it out. It's ATP.
So we're going to be inputting 2 ADP. I mean, I guess technically one on each side.
Wait. Oh, well, you did. Okay. ATP.
Oh no, we do too.
2 ADP.
2 ADP on each of them. What does 2 ADP go to form? 2 ATP. How do we do that? If we only had 4 phosphates, how do we get to 6? We just stole the phosphates off here, right? So we just and give it to ATP.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because the ADP's like, I'm feeling lonely.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you for some phosphate. Thank you.
So now we just, why did I do P's?
And we're just left with
Pyruvate.
Our 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate, right?
pyruvate.
So the 3 carbon molecules make up 1 pyruvate.
Correct.
So that's why you
So
have
we have
2
2 pyruvates.
Question. So, the formula for pyruvate is C3H4O3. Where does hydrogen come in?
It's been breaking down the whole time with the carbon, but they don't show it on the board because it would be complicated if they did.
What about
So
oxygen?
same thing. When carbon's being broken down, hydrogen and oxygen is being broken down the same way. So when it's broken down into the halves, it's broken. Hydrogen's broken into 6, and oxygen's broken up into 3, and then it keeps going. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's also going to be just H4O3. Well, that's the formula always.
Yeah, that's
Right.
That's pyruvate.
Does that make sense? So it's happening through this, but this is for this class's purposes. This is all y'all need to know for now.
Okay.
Okay,
But it
so
helped me to know that too.
it kind of helps you see the bigger picture of what's actually
It
happening.
actually helped me understand it better. Because I was like,
Sometimes you need a little deeper. Okay, what's our products? Because our whole point in this is breaking down glucose to get some products, right?
Yes.
So what are we getting? So let's look at the end of all of our arrows. Will show us what we're producing.
What is it? I don't know.
What are we making? We made some ADP, right?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
we use that, so that we don't really care about ADP.
Okay.
But what do we care about?
NADH2,
How many of those did we make?
2,
Okay.
and 2 pyruvates.
Yep, we need 2 pyruvates. Did we make any ATP?
We did.
Where?
2.
2 ATP, 2 ATP.
But we spent 2 ATP, right?
Yeah.
So we have to subtract that. So we might have made 4, but we are still in debt 2. So we have net 2 ATP.
Through glycolysis, we make 2 ATP.
Correct.
Yeah, because
Kind of if I give you $2 to start a lemonade stand, and you make, after all day, $4, you still have to pay me back 2. So you only make $2.
so it's 2 ATP, 2 NADH2s, and then 2 pyruvates. Do we need to know about the 2 pyruvates?
Yes.
Okay.
Because in the acetyl-CoA formation, you're going to make these 2 pyruvates into 2 acetyl-CoAs.
Okay.
So this is your answer for what does glycolysis produce. 2 ATP net, 2 NADH2, 2 pyruvate.
So, let's just look at the figure, and it says here to look at figure 9.26.
Oh, it tells you in the book? Nice.
Yeah, it says, actually, wait,
25.
926, not that.
25.
Summarizes glycolysis. Figure 25.6 summarizes glycolysis.
25.6.
Yes.
Lactic acid fermentation.
It says summarizes glycolysis. Your book breaks glycolysis into 4 phases.
So this is, that is a new book. I think that's outdated.
Yeah, they don't. Okay.
If you do want a summary of glycolysis, it's gonna be figure point 25.5.
Okay.